Yo, you're watching Youth Vibrations Reloaded. I'm your host, Nico, and I'm with KSO Productions. Today, we're about to go inside a Tsunami hair salon and ask our sister Latoya a couple of interview questions. Come on. Yo, what's up, y'all? I'm Nico. You're watching Youth Vibrations Reloaded. Today, I'm in the Tsunami hair salon with the owner, Miss Latoya.
Hello, welcome to Tsunami Hair Studio. My name is Latoya Lyles Walker, and I am the lovely owner of this beautiful luxury salon located here in the award-winning Ward 7.
Thank you. Well, Miss Latoya, my first question was, how long have you been in the hair business?
Sure, so I've actually been in the hair industry for the past 15 years. I started out in 2008 as a cosmetology student, and I enjoyed it so very much that I actually finished the course in that should have taken 12 months. I actually was able to finish it in 9 months. And so that's where I began to develop my craft, having an understanding of why it is important to follow rules, understanding how you can actually hurt or harm, individuals, your guests that come into for your salon for services. Additionally, I went back 5 years after graduating with my cosmetology license, and I wanted to impact the new stylists that were coming into the industry. So I took up and studied to receive my instructor's license. And so since then, I have been able to impact the lives of others. And so through the doors of Tsunami Hair Studio being birthed here, where we have been in our brick and mortar, October 1st will be 9 years. And so with that, not only have we assisted and helped upcoming stylists, nail technicians, braiders, shampoo assistants, a little bit of everything, we've also been able to impact our community. So our work is just beginning.
Why did you start this business, and where did you get the name from?
Absolutely. Believe it or not, I get that question quite often. So the meaning of tsunami for me, it was a message that was preached by my bishop, Bishop Mark Crowley, Kingdom Life Incorporated. And so took the message in as the tsunami was something that was very devastating, and we send our prayers to all of those family members and the individuals that were affected by that. However, it was interpreted to me it was something that was brewing underwater. We never saw it coming, right? We naturally, scientists probably. And so when it came, it created devastation. So I said, how do you take something from a negative and incorporate that into a positive? And so my turning it into a positive was, you know what? One day I'm going to get a business. I'm going to name it Tsunami, and I'm going to do all of my groundwork. That means I'm going to get my education. I'm going to take classes. I'm going to build a team. I'm going to do everything necessary to become powerful, to be, as some would say, a force to be reckoned with. And so with that, I said, you know what? We're going to do our work. And in doing our work, we've done that work. And March 18th of last year, we were blessed and fortunate to be recipients of the Commercial Property Acquisition Fund. That was a legacy initiative by the mayor's office. And so with that, we were able to purchase our brick and mortar. So we were able to take it up a notch. We were able to do the things that we've been wanting to do. And with that, we're able to now, when people come in, they're like, oh, we see you on the news. Who are you guys? The tsunami has hit, and it's literally a storm. I don't know whether or not I'm coming or going sometimes, but I'm definitely grateful for all the opportunities that has been afforded to myself as well as my team. And so with that, I have always been a community give back. And so with that, we're doing the work, and we have a long way to go, but we are going to change one life each day. That's our goal.
Was it hard to start a hair salon?
So I would say it was challenging, right? Um, but I understand to much is given, much is required. I also understand that in my upbringing, my parents taught me that no is not an acceptable answer for anything that you want in life. And so, with that, if it's something that I want, regardless of the obstacles, regardless of the challenges, I'm going to persevere. I'm going to do all that is definitely required to obtain that goal. So, with that being my top priority, yes, it was challenging. However, as you see and where we're standing today, it was obtainable.
Good, good. Is who inspired you to start this business?
Definitely God, right? I do believe that artistic creativity comes from God. It is something that you are born with. You just go to school and you take up trainings to have a better understanding. And so, definitely, I have always loved art. Art has always been a form of expression for me. Um, but I would say my parents. My mom recently, during the pandemic, she retired from the federal government. But my dad, he worked for a construction company, and then later, after 22 years with that company, he was laid off. And so, of course, you can look at that as devastation because we all are faced with challenges. But it's what do you do once you're faced with that challenge? How do you bounce back? And so, my dad started a cleaning business. He also started a vending business I have a brother. When my brother and I were children, when we were in high school, maybe even younger than that, he started a vending machine business. And so, understanding and seeing how my parents worked through those two businesses, in addition to my mom being a federal government employee, I understood and I've always seen what hard work looked like. I always had an understanding of goals. One important thing that my dad always instilled in my brother and I is that your name and your reputation is all that you have. So you have to be mindful not to tarnish those things. So I think it was something that was built in me. I started out in the summer youth program working for the United States Coast Guard, which then transitioned over to Homeland Security. I've also worked with Department of Agriculture. And I understood there was more to life than sitting in those cubicles being an artist. And so I was willing to take a chance on me because I understood being young. At that time, I wasn't married. And so it was like, what real responsibilities do I have for myself that I can't take this leap of faith to try something that I enjoy doing? And so I'm happy that I did that. So between my parents and between God, I know that this was something that I was supposed to do.
That's amazing. The next question was, what is your favorite hairstyle?
So I would sum that up in creativity, which could fall under so many categories, but fantasy hair as well as avant-garde hairstyles are my absolute favorite. During my first 5 years of the groundwork, I definitely spent time traveling throughout the states to compete in hair shows. And so today I have won 23 hair shows. And because I know that, a lot of our clients are professionals, and so with that, thankfully we've now evolved, and so clients are more open to wearing natural hair as well as vivid colors. Previously, it was just natural tones and basic hairstyles. So we have definitely come a long way with women accepting themselves and being able to wear what they want to wear, having that freedom and having that fun. But I absolutely love creating out of the unknown. If you give me 10 objects, I can create a hairpiece.
That's amazing. That's really cool. What is one piece of advice that you would give to someone trying to start a hair salon?
Absolutely. So I definitely would tell them, don't give up. Do not give up. If it is something that you ultimately want, you cannot give up. You cannot accept no as an answer. It is not going to be easy. You're going to face some challenges, but you can overcome those challenges. It's all up to you. For instance, I'll give you an example. I had a young lady that's preparing for state board. She went to take her state board exam, and she felt a little thrown off by the energy and the attitude of the facilitator. And so ultimately she ended up rescheduling. And I explained to her, I was happy, one, that yes, she did reschedule. However, things in life don't always go as we plan or we think that they should go. However, there's a learning lesson in everything. And so with that, it's a matter of doing an assessment to say, well, how could I have done something differently? How could I have said that differently? Did my body language portray something differently? And so with that, again, the story, I'm happy that she rescheduled, but you're going to have obstacles. You can't just walk away. You can't allow for other people's actions or lack thereof to dictate your future. If it's something you want, doors may get closed. I've experienced that. You may not get a helping hand, but you got to figure it out. As long as you have a book, you have a library, and you have God, and you have, these days we can talk on the phone and say, hey Siri, hey Google, to get the assistance you need. So you definitely have to stay grounded. Remember your why.
That's amazing. For my next question, I wanted to ask you, what is the fastest way someone can grow their hair?
The fastest way to have a healthy diet. Because oftentimes people definitely misinterpret hair growth, right? Your hair grows from the inside out. So whatever it is going on inside your body is going to show in your skin, is going to show through your hair. There have been times when I literally have done clients, and when you're familiar with clients, and you're also used to doing your job, there are times where things are alarming when you're doing clients' hair, and you notice those differences, and so you'll begin to ask them, have you had a change in your diet? Are you stressed out? Are you taking any medications? Do you have any underlying health concerns or issues? All of those play a factor into hair growth. The biggest thing when or if someone is facing those challenges is to ensure that you remain the integrity of the hair that they do currently have. With myself specializing in clients who suffer from forms of alopecia for whatever reason, because there can be a multitude of reasons, that we do our best to maintain what they have and making sure that we keep it healthy. And if there are ways to regrow it back, then we do those things. But always remembering to have a healthy diet, drinking your water, those are key elements. And so doing those things will help. Also having a conditioning regimen, protein, hydration, deep conditioning, keeping your ends trimmed regularly. All of these things, having a system, plays in long hair. If you want it, you got to do the work.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Right now, we have one of the customers in Tsunami, the hair salon. My question for you is, why do you like it here in Tsunami?
I think it started with my girl Ashley. I followed her everywhere she went, and she did a Tsunami. And as soon as I walked in, I just felt at home. The owner, she's amazing. The rest of the ladies, even if Ashley is busy, they're still willing to take care of me. And if I really need something, like I know I can come here and I can get it done. And I tell all of my homegirls, come here, come get your hair done, come get your nails done, and just have a good time.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Want to ask one question?
We have one of the employees of the Tsunami Hair Salon. My question for you is, why do you like working here?
The main reason I like working here is because we're one big happy family, and it really sets the tone for the environment. I can go to any of my coworkers, ask help, or I can tell them I'm having a bad day, get a hug, get a friendly, smart about lunch if I'm feeling bad. So I really, really love that we are a unit and a family.
That's amazing. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Let me catch you right quick. So, why are you the only dude in here?
Do what I gotta do. For the most part, it's a good area being in my head down. Good atmosphere, good people. That's all I gotta say.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
That's all right. I ain't cameraman. I'll be behind the camera. That's fun, the camera.
What was the most complicated customer that you had?
Customer service is key. That's all.
Well, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate you.
Thank you guys for allowing me to share my information with you guys and a small tidbit of my journey, because hopefully it encourages the next person that's either in business, right? Because there is this narrative that business owners have it all together. No, it takes a lot of hours, sleepless nights, and dedication and tenacity and pivoting at all points throughout your career. So the book, the foundation is laid, but you always have to be prepared, and it comes with a sacrifice. So hopefully from this interview, I can encourage another business owner or inspire someone that has a dream to let them know that it can become a reality.
Thank you so much for that.
Thank you.